scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard when I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that big of the guy? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, body. Young, hey. I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. More action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Hey, couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want pulse and wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Can't help with the reach heaven's heights. Now that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex, whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish.
Today, from Memphis, Tennessee, it's a special Halloween presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Memphis Egyptians taking on the Tennessee Titans.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Memphis Egyptians. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
At their own 31-yard line.
And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35.
That's good.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
I think that typically we expect teams to save their home run plays for later in the game when they feel like they have an advantage over a defense. But in this case, they thought they had the advantage right away and took the shot on the first play of the game and completed it successfully.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
The pass.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Three yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
24-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Back to throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
The pass.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. That'll bring up 4th down after back-to-back-to-back 3-yard pickups.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, 3rd and goal. Back to throw. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's third down.
Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll set up a throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown! A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
Number 28.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
21. The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 5. And a Titans first down.
And a give this time to the tailback. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
It's 3rd down.
Looking to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
First down, Tennessee.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. This is intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. The 30, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Memphis.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Gonzalez
now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Titans set and ready to go on offense. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
The pass.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Titans, first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
He'll look to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas.
The pass.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend. So, my man, I pose this question to you. How do you get to be the #2 defense against the rush in the NFL?
Be better than #3, I guess.
Okay, right.
And make plays like that, right?
Well, you know, you're right. At its basic, be better than #3, but you really nailed it. Make plays like that on a consistent basis.
2nd and 11 at the 41. The throw over the middle taken in. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Carried by number 21.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
A first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
They'll they'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw here. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And it's 17-7.
The kick is
so
good.
That one a long 11-play drive. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown.
7.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Now this will make it into the end zone, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
That's good.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They pick up 12 on the play, and the chains move.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards there and a first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He rifles one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Looking for a slot man, and he's got it. Touchdown! A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
Titans 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. To the right side and complete to Thomas.
The pass.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd
They'll look
down.
to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Open man is Michael Thomas. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side.
The pass.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
A gain of 13
Now
yards.
the Titans will use their 3rd and
down,
final
Tennessee.
timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The target that time, Michael Thomas. That'll bring up second down.
Second down and 10.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Yards to go.
Back to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the crazies out there and welcome in everybody to this Halloween edition of our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the Packers who have the lead in that one. The Packers trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we say adios, America. Hola, Mexico City, as we check out the action down at Estadio Azteca. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. Tyler Boyd, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Third down and 13.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 32. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Memphis.
This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Gonzalez to add the PAT.
Extra point.
And the lead is now 24.
Is good.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Gonzalez.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And
on 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
The pass.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 3 yards.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
Down and 10.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain
of 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays.
39-yard line.
And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10.
Touchdown.
And all the way in for the touchdown. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive there took 6 plays.
Titans 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Quarterback sacked. A loss of 5 yards. It's 2nd down.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Off off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll buy some under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Quarterback is sacked. A loss of 3 yards.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now back to throw. Buying time to his left. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Offense.
Oh, we got to do our job, man.
So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Pushing him away.
Popped it right out there.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Been a good leadership and a good distributor. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Down and sacked.
Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
Number 21, the ball carrier.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Midfield to the 49-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
10 at the 39-yard line.
He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A gain of 9.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on him man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Down at the 30-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Touchdown, Memphis.
This is it.
And in this day and age, I would love to play quarterback in the NFL. Wide open offenses, acrobatic receivers. If you're accurate, you're going to have days like this.
Gonzalez to add the PAT.
Extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So that drive goes 8 plays.
Egyptians 45, Titans 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and 1. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and second and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, they just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
The Titans on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
The pass.
A gain of 6 there on first. They'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4.
42-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
6 yards.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now this one complete on the slant route. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The field goal.
And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
Titans 10.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Face mask. Defense.
You gotta be kidding me.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
21. The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 14 yards.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down in a nice little gain. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. His pass caught at the 4.
That's good.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
Taken down.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line. Today's
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everybody.